Good afternoon, everybody. I want to say what a privilege it is for me to be here today. I'm recently arrived in Indonesia. I took over my duties as the country director for the World Bank just a month ago. And Ibu Mari has given me my first opportunity to talk publicly in Indonesia. So I will long remember this event, and what a happy event with the launch of such an amazing partnership here. It's a great honor to give these remarks on behalf of the World Bank. I would like to reflect a little more broadly on some of the issues. And of course, what we know is that no country is immune from the impacts of climate change. We know that by 2050, we'll see more than 200 million people who might be forced to move because of the impacts of climate change, and maybe as many as 130 million people globally descending into poverty as a result of climate change. We see it already, the intensity and frequency and severity of weather-related events, and that is a global phenomenon. Of course, Indonesia will not be immune from this at all. But at the same time, Indonesia aims to become a high-income economy by 2045. In the opening session, the Vice President for East Asia and Pacific from the World Bank highlighted the very impressive growth, economic growth of Indonesia over the last few decades, a quadrupling. But growth in a time of climate change has to look a bit different from growth, the growth paths that we've seen in rapidly growing East Asian economies up until now. And we're very impressed to see how the government of Indonesia is preparing long-term strategies for low carbon and climate resilience, and the level of commitment that has been made internationally by the government of Indonesia. We've done analytical work on this. This is something that the World Bank does in every country, look at how to continue growing fast in a time of climate change. And our assessment is that climate action can help Indonesia climb faster to greater prosperity, towards the goal of 2045 than without climate action. So climate action can be a positive reinforcer of the growth process. And it's absolutely not just a slogan. This is backed up by hardcore analysis. And I just want to highlight two key areas. One is by looking at sector-specific investments that can be made that both promote growth and at the same time also promote climate action. And the second are economy-wide measures that can take on those dual objectives at the same time. So thinking about some sectors that are important, many of which we've actually discussed today here in the different parallel sessions of this very interesting dialogue. Look at land use policies. You've made very significant reductions in deforestation, and this means gains to the economy in terms of reduced smoke pollution, and further planned large-scale investments in forest restoration will further bolster this the growth effects of these kind of investments. Second would be in the energy sector area. I've just come from a very interesting session on the just energy transition. As more space opens up for renewable energy in Indonesia, and as more and cheaper energy sources become available, cheap energy will be good for the economy. This is always the case everywhere. So as you've got more renewables coming into that space and the price goes down, you will see benefits to the economy. If we think about the transport sector, reducing transport emissions through public investments in public transport or electric vehicles is going to lower your congestion costs, reduce carbon and pollution, make your cities more livable, and so provide an engine of growth there. We can also reflect on economy-wide approaches to growth that can both promote growth and climate action. think about how we can use fiscal policy, how we can reform the financial sector to support the development of green industries. Think about the investment climate for the private sector to allow far more vibrant public-private partnerships. We can think about trade policy that will encourage the importation of new green technologies that will help drive growth here. We can think about the enabling environment for green growth, access to revenues from carbon credits and so on, that could also, at the same time as promoting growth, also promote the climate action. So the World Bank is very honored to support Indonesia in its climate and development needs. And since we're talking about the blue economy, I just wanted to build on the Director General's points. We've been proud to partner with your ministry. We have a very interesting project of more than $200 million supporting the marine conservation areas. And to the theme of blending, we are also looking at supplementing the financing that we bring through our normal instruments, our IBRD loans that we make to the government of Vietnam. We're thinking of supplementing this through an innovative coral bond, which will bring more financing into the marine conservation sector and will be supportive, in which investors will forego their coupon payments, which instead will be channeled towards conserving the marine areas. And then in partnership with GBFA, they will come in and support the results that have been achieved through those kind of investments. So we're looking forward to taking that forwards. Globally, the World Bank is a big financier of climate action. In the last financial year, we put together nearly $40 billion worth of climate finance. Of course, not all of that comes to Indonesia, but we're very happy to be a major financier of projects in Indonesia that can really drive forwards your ambitions on the climate space. So thank you very much, everybody, for inviting me here today. It's been an honor to witness the birth of this organization and partnership. Thank you very much.